January 16th is coming up, and I don't know if the best word is excitement, although I am excited. Excuse me, I'm just going to stretch out my leg. I am quieted. I am quieted. On January 16th, we'll begin, for some of you, a 6-month formation program. For some of you, the inaugural and did not mean to say that for anything that's happening in history in January of 2021, truly. But the first time the Mangaliso Listening Academy is beginning my 2-year program. It is something. It is truly something to sit with deep beliefs. And it is truly something to hold what life and experience has taught me to care about and not care about. I want you to know more than anything, and while I might release this video to a larger population so that you can get a taste of what the Mangaliso Listening Academy is about, it is geared to the students who are enrolled, who are starting their program on Saturday, January 16th. Should you listen to this and still be interested, we would always make room, because that's my heart. That's my heart. And as I created this program, that's what I gave permission for, right? Because in modern day marketing or whatever, they're like, 3 more slots open, 2 more slots open, get in before the doors close, right? Or by midnight on such and such a day, the price goes up, so buy it today. For me, that feels like manipulation. And this round is free. So my willingness to include you isn't because it will be of financial gain to me. It is because I believe that when I asked myself, what, regardless of faith tradition, what would make I hope I said what would make a good human being, but I really did say what would make a good spiritual director. And I thought, there are dozens of books to read about spiritual direction. There are great material out there. But I thought this, and that's, Mangaliso is Zulu. If you're not familiar with ELLE Miller or Mangaliso is Zulu for you are an amazement. There's a long story to it. That's not part of this video. There are other videos that talk about the history of Mangaliso, and I'll probably keep creating some as everything gets updated and goes forward. But Mangaliso Listening Academy. And when I took my heartbeat and my decades of experience as a spiritual director and my years upon years of yoga experience and just 49 years of living and life experience. That's Basil. He's my little golden retriever who has a ball that he'd like me to throw for him. Yeah, here it was. Are you listening? Are you being present? And are you growing in discernment? Everything about the next 6 months and 2 years are around those 3 things. Are you learning to listen to yourself, others, the natural world, and the divine? Are you present? Do you know how to be present to yourself? Do you know how to be truly present to another with unconditional positive regard, non-judgment? Do you know how to be present to the natural world and be a steward of her? Do you know how to be present to something higher and beyond yourself? And discernment. see, I'm not looking to make mini ELLE millers. And I am not looking to have a method that is carved in stone. There are no 5 phases or 6 phases. There are no 5 steps to this or 21 days to that. You see, because I've been among programs, not just in the religious Christian world, but within the yoga world, where individuals take something that is beautiful and has a pulse and either try to rein it in to control it or try to extract from it exactly how something happened so that they can pinpoint a methodology. And some of it is good-hearted, right? It's to teach. That's Basil chewing on his bone. I had a client this morning who could hear him chewing on his bone too. Anyway, I want at the end of this 2 years for you to be able to have befriended yourself and grown in relationship with yourself, to have acquainted yourself with yourself as you are and how you are, to claim or reclaim what it means to be you, and to spend time with that, your light, the beauty of you, the amazement of you, the wisdom of you, the courage of you, and the shadow of you, the twisted little dark side of you, right? The shame, the guilt, all of it. It all gets to be there. To dream about the person you would want to become and to live realistically with the person that you are without having to put on a facade, but really being okay with being who you are in this moment as you are and how you are, not looking to fix, change, or alter anything. So having said that, those of you that have been preparing for this class have been preparing in very different ways. And how can I allow someone who might listen to this video hop in 2 weeks to the beginning of a program when for months there have been a very loose curriculum, mind you, of videos and activities to prepare? Well, it's because there's a bunch of different people gathering on January 16th, and some of those of you that are coming have done every single thing I posted. And perhaps some of you have done your own devotionals and walked your own labyrinths or taken your own journey. Or perhaps some of you have done none of it and are going to show up on January 16th. And guess what? That gets to be there too. In 2 years, I do not want cookie cuttered versions of the Mangaliso Listening Academy. In 2 years, I want for you to have acquainted yourself with yourself as you are and how you are, and to have explored and discovered what that means, and to have played with what is your expression in life and expanded into that. Some of you might want more of a syllabus. That gets to be here too. Some of you might be pulsing just fine with the freedom, and there's, on Thinkific, there's this whole list of different things, and you have to do some before you can open others and all of that. What I believe, and it's because I have been in situations and circumstances that have asked me to contort myself and only have this set of beliefs, because if I didn't, my DNA was not of that organization. Or I fell in love with fluid methodologies only for a leader to have the need to leave a legacy, and so begin to congeal that fluidity and lose the magic. And in all of that, I have learned. And at 49 years of age, I have learned what I love about myself. See, one of the attributes I love about myself is trust. I don't need to control the learning process to believe that if we're together for the next 2 years, a learning process will occur. I will open up with very big questions and some detailed specific things. But having gone through programs and having been under leaders who were compelled to produce something in a different way than how I feel compelled, right? And again, I'm not going into the language of right or wrong, I'm saying different. To me, some of that felt like control. And as I've grown and expanded and entered into more contemplative ways of being, I can hold personally for a more expansive way of being and of learning. And I trust the process. I trust the process. I trust you. You haven't come to me or this program haphazardly. Something about energy, God, your own being has drawn you. And so in that, I will respect and honor how you are drawn. And at times we will dialogue about where you feel you are. For some of you, I'm your spiritual director. For others of you, I'm the director of the program. But we'll meet and we'll talk. In an adult learning situation, it is co-created. And if you find in your time that, hey, Elle, I need a little bit more of a syllabus. I need to know that week 1, I'm supposed to do these readings, and by such and such a date, I need to have completed at least this much. You and I will talk about those needs and desires. You won't be left alone to figure it out. For those of you that are more fluid and find that walking by an ocean, or sitting for 2 minutes in silence, or perhaps living a couple hours in silence while doing chores. I think the hallmark of Mangaliso's Listening Academy will be, did you learn to listen to yourself, others, the natural world, and the divine? One of the pictures I got early on was like, I am buying groceries for a dinner. And perhaps we've all decided on some sort of recipe. And I'm going to lay groceries out in front of you, but you come with some of your own seasonings and spices and ingredients all on your own. And how we're going to put these ingredients together is going to be unique and individual to you. Because I have served for 25 years plus almost 30 years now as a spiritual director. I've had less time in yoga therapy and in the yoga world. And I have had hundreds upon hundreds of clients. And what I would say on any given day, how I show up, how the person shows up, how we're present to one another, how I'm listening to not just their words, their body, their inflection, the pacing, pausing, all of it. Can I sit with another human being? Can I hear and discern? Can I be present? Can I be aware when I'm not present and when I'm dazing off? Can I bring myself back? Can I drop agenda? All of those things. I'm looking forward to Saturday, January 16th. I am looking forward to being in community with you. I am looking forward to holding space that is vast and expansive, that is hopeful and trusting, that does not need to be controlled or put in a box. I'm looking forward to that. And whatever you need in these coming days of preparation and in the next 6 months and the next 2 years, my heart is just know I'm here. Just I'm here. And I am looking forward to walking this journey with you.